Hello everyone, welcome to StudyIQ IAS English channel. My name is Shubham Sagar. Today we have to talk about why is Siang river in news. So the river which you can see behind me is Siang river, and we have to talk about that, this particular river, and we'll talk about it. This particular article will, and this particular video will involve certain terms like utilitarianism, economic development versus environmental conservation, then something called as EIA, environmental impact assessment. We'll talk about all these things. At the end, there will be 4 MCQs so that you can remember whatever we are going to study. Cool, sir? So, May 31, 2025, Hindu page number something. We'll talk about which particular page number, what Hindu has talked about. Generally, like what has happened is Siang River, Yarlung Zangpo, enters into Arunachal, known as Siang River. Then it joins 2 other rivers in Assam, later on called as Brahmaputra River. So people are in Arunachal, they are protesting. Something has happened. A surge in protest has emerged against multiple, please pay attention to the word here, not one hydropower project, multiple hydropower projects on different rivers, including Siang River, to a proposed mega dam. Again, the issue is, as you can understand here, the issue is about it's like, there is a conundrum. Economic development versus environmental conservation. Many people feel that these two things lie at the opposite end of the spectrum. Let me tell you certain stuff. You can understand what I'm saying here. So many people feel like economic development is here, environmental conservation is here. And they are at 2 opposite end of the spectrum, and either or scenario is there. Either economic development will happen or environmental conservation. But environmentalists, they talk about a midpoint, a median, where these two things can combine, and that particular midpoint is known as ST, sustainable development. So we have to find the midpoint here, and because that particular midpoint is not achieved, that's why people are protesting. And you have to pay attention to certain keywords here. I will tell you what is important, and then at the end when you will solve questions, you will remember everything which we are discussing here. So ECOMI, again you can see here, Dibang Valley opposed 400 megawatt Mihundo project on Dri River. Dri River is a different river from Siang River. As we are discussing here, protests are happening in Arunachal. They are saying that whatever you are going to do, you are making a mega dam that will destroy the environment of this particular area because it is ecologically very fragile, and it's a earthquake sensitive area as well. So the project assigned to, again, there are different projects where people are protesting, and they are saying that in certain projects there is something called as environmental impact assessment, that if you are, proposing a particular project, you will see the environmental impact of it. And there was one UPSC PYQ also. Environmental impact assessment is explicitly written in your UPSC main syllabus, GS paper 3. And many people believe that, the government has diluted the provision of environmental impact assessment. Earlier, we were seeing the environmental impact assessment of a particular project for, let's say, 50 years. Now we have reduced it to 30 years or something like that. So the provisions have been diluted to a certain extent. You can read more about EIA. We'll go there. So the society cited why people are protesting. They are saying that this particular region is seismically, that means from earthquake perspective, very sensitive, ecologically very fragile. Please don't make, mega dam. Then comes another point. What can you make? Run of the river project. Please understand these terms. These terms are important. Criticism, non-criticism of government, that doesn't matter, because as a civil servant, you have to work with, doesn't matter which political party is ruling. You have to work and you have to understand these terms. Mega dam people are opposing. Run of the river project is comparatively better option. What is run of the river project? In generally what happens in mega dam, you alter the flow of the river to a great extent. In run of the river project, you produce power but without significantly altering the course of the river. Please understand this. In mega dam, generally what happens, you change the course of the river to a greater degree. But in run of the river project, there are many definitions. I'm just telling you the basic concept here. In run of the river project, you are producing power without altering or without significantly altering the course of the river. So in that scenario, many people feel that in such ecologically fragile region, it's better that you have a run of the river project than mega dam. But our Indian government have their own concerns, because China is doing something on the upstream portion of Yarlung Zangpo, and we have to ensure water security for northeast region, northeast in general, Arunachal in particular, and that's why we are going for these projects. So it's not like, good or bad. Everything has its own perspective. Okay, so protest against, now see, different regions. It's not only about mega dam on Siang. Protest has erupted in different regions. Kalai 2 project, it is there on Lohit River. So just remember on which river, which particular project is there. And their resistance is about, again, social impact assessment is, these things are not done. And it's not like only local people are protesting. There is GB Pant National Institute of Himalayan Environment, which is in Uttarakhand. They are also saying that there will be severe impact on the villages. So many areas will, get submerged. Then there is another concept also, which is known as utilitarianism. Utilitarianism. What is utilitarianism? Maximum benefit for maximum people. It is said that you cannot make everyone happy. You're not Rajma Chawal. You're not Kadi Chawal. You're not Sonu Sood of COVID period. So you cannot make everyone happy. So you have to do which is like things which are beneficial for maximum number of people. If you remember Sardar Sarovar Dam, Medha Patkar ma'am, she started Narmada Bachao Andolan. There also this particular concept was given. Oh my God. Utilitarianism. That is the word. That is a tongue twister. So do you think we should go ahead with this mega dam project on Siang River? Because we have to follow utilitarianism, maximum benefit for maximum people. Or do you think, no, sir, we cannot be that, dissensitive, if that is a word, or non-sensitive. We have to take into consideration the concern of the local people. Again, here they are saying that these whole projects, they will obliterate ancestral land, sacred Mishmi culture. I will tell you something very interesting about Arunachal. I was there in Arunachal for around 2 months or more, and I have observed so many things which will help you rather in understanding that particular region in a much better manner. So now we have discussed these two issues. They always go together. Environmental conservation versus economic development. They don't lie at opposite end of the spectrum. They do meet at a midpoint, that is known as sustainable development, which you have to write. Environmental impact assessment, we have seen that what is the impact of a project, proposed project on the environment, and you have to do the survey. Many people feel that EIA provisions have been diluted to a certain extent. You can do research on that. Run of the river project, many people again feel, scholars feel, environmentalists feel that in such a ecologically fragile area, environmentally sensitive area like Arunachal, rather than mega dams, we can have run of the river project, which does not significantly alter the course of the river. Cool, sir. So hope you understood some basic meaning of these terms. So as you can hear, again, the opposition part, they are saying that so many armed forces are here. We don't like this militarization of the project site, and they are objecting to it. Indian government, they have their own reasons of doing that. Because China is doing something. If you see this, I will show you the bigger version here. So China, Yarlung Zangpo, entering into Arunachal, becoming Siang River. I will show you the different districts of Arunachal as well. And they are making a 60 gigawatt proposed dam there. So again, if we want to ensure our water security, we have to do something on the Indian portion of Yarlung Zangpo, right? On our Siang River, and that's what we are doing. So if Indian government is doing something, it's not without, they have their own concerns, right? So government is promoting this project to be executed because to countermeasure China's proposed 60 gigawatt hydro project on the upstream Yarlung Zangpo River. So there are certain keywords here which we have to understand. Common theme is what? Lack of consent. They are saying you're not taking proper consent from Gram Sabha, destroying or destruction of, ecological balance. It's very fragile. That is what is written here. You can have a look at it. Siang River. Now let's talk about the things which are important from exam perspective. Siang River, where do you call, it originates as Yarlung Zangpo. And in a way, it's your Brahmaputra river, but it becomes Brahmaputra when it enters into Assam and joins Dibang and Lohit river. UPSC has already asked PYQs on these rivers, so do remember they asked which of the following rivers are tributary of Brahmaputra, Yarlung Zangpo. So you have to remember these words. Okay. And this, I was in Arunachal, so I was at a particular, setup. So there on the wall, they had this particular map. So don't post in the comment section that the number of districts have changed, this and that. I just took the pic and I posted it here. You can see here, Upper Siang, Siang River, Siang district, East Siang district. So you can understand West Siang. So you can, deduce that from these areas, there is a very high probability that Siang River is flowing. Also, when I was here, in this particular Arunachal, I heard from people that Changlang, Tirap and this particular region, Longding, they are a little bit disturbed. They are, bordering Myanmar and other regions, and they are a little bit disturbed region. Very good place, Arunachal. You should Go there. Awesome place. Ecological significance, again, they're saying the same thing. Siang Basin is home to dense forest and all those things. There are certain rivers, there are certain forests which are sacred to different tribes. I will tell you about tribe community and tribal communities in Arunachal. Arunachal is such a unique place in so many different ways. Again, I was there. I took this picture, which was there on the wall. Tagin, Nisi, Adi. These are the local tribes of Arunachal. Something which is very interesting in Arunachal. Like, I was in Hyderabad. People speak Telugu there. It's not like people don't speak Hindi, but the older women, they don't understand Hindi that much, right? So sometimes you may feel like, oh my God, there's a language barrier. So when I went to Arunachal, I was like, oh my God, there are so many tribes there. You know, I don't think anybody understands or would be understanding Hindi. I was so surprised because there are so many tribes in Arunachal. Do remember it. UPSC has also asked questions on tribes. You can see here Tagin, Nishi, Adi. These are all different tribes. Since there are so many tribes in Arunachal and they all have their distinct language, so the common unifying factor in Arunachal is Hindi. Almost everyone speaks Hindi, and that is so refreshing to see. Hindi is a unifying factor. In fact, sometimes I felt like Arunachal was mini Bihar. Like Bhojpuri songs, Lagavelu Lipstick and blah blah blah. So those kind of songs, Dinesh Lal Yadav ne Rahua, his movies and Dina Rickshaw Wala. Hope you can understand where I'm going with this. Arunachal is an awesome place. You won't face any language barrier. People are awesome. You can go there. You will require inner line permit. There are so many different tribes. Hindi is a unifying factor. Again, this is one image I took when I was there. This is my poha. This is my tea. Let's move on. I tell you these stupid facts because if the things are interesting, you will be able to understand and remember stuff in a much better manner. So hydropower controversy, this is the whole thing which is happening. 11,000 megawatt Siang upper multi-purpose project. Because of this, what has happened? Arunachali people, they have started protesting for or against rather other projects as well, because they feel like environment will be impacted to a greater degree. And that is what is written here. Utilitarianism. We have talked about different concepts here, run of the river project, economic development versus environmental conservation. Now, utilitarianism also we have discussed. You have to do something, and in ethics, you will read about these terms. Utilitarianism, empathy, sympathy, compassion. So, utilitarianism, maximum benefit for maximum people. We cannot make everyone happy. And that's why the question is, should government go ahead with this project, this mega dam on Siang River? And this is the basic premise of utilitarianism. You cannot make everyone happy because you are not Sonu Sood of COVID times. Also, you are not Chole Bhature. So, you have to do something which is, benefiting maximum number of people. So, again, people from Arunachal and other areas, do you support the mega dam project on Siang River, or you feel the cost is too high, sir? We shouldn't be going ahead with this. Okay, sir, geopolitical context. This is again a repetition of the things which we have discussed, why India is doing what India is trying to do. And when some things are written multiple number of times, that means that is important from exam perspective. Oh my God. And this is the Hindu article. May 31, 2025, Hindu page number 10. Anti-dam protests spread in Arunachal. Villagers point to potential submergence of sacred Mishmi tribal culture. Now again, do remember the tribes also. Nishi, Mishmi. Now MCQ, there are 4 MCQs. And let's see how many you can solve. If you know the answer, post it in the comment section. Which river is known as Siang River in Arunachal? Second question, Mihundo or Mihumdon hydroelectric project is proposed on which river? MCQ 3. Which of the following statements are correct about Siang River protest? Local argue that mandatory consent was not taken and has not been obtained. Concern about submergence. Proposed projects are part of Indian government. So, if you know how many statements are correct, please post it in the comment section. Last question. What is run of the river hydroelectric project? We have discussed the basic concept associated with it. Again, you can see the options. And if you know the answer, post it in the comment section. I will share this particular PDF along with the answer of these 4 PYQs or MCQs rather on my Telegram channel, Fun Study with Shubh, because study should be fun. And yes, sir and ma'am, if you are a serious UPSC 2026 aspirant, you can join our May morning batch rather, 2026. Admissions are closing today, 31st May 2025. You can use my code SHS Live to get maximum discount. This is the perfect time to start your preparation if you're preparing for UPSC 2026. You have almost 1 year time. You have to be in mains mode right now. By February 2026, you have to complete your optional ethics, essay and other subjects which actually will give you rank. So yes, best time to start your preparation for UPSC 2026 wholeheartedly. This is P2I. We'll be guiding you, we'll be mentoring you, we'll be teaching you from prelims till interview. And there will be a monthly quiz. If you top that quiz, you will get 11,000 reward. And if you crack UPSC pre-2026, we'll initiate full refund. Not half, not 10%, not 20%, full refund, because you'll be making us as well as yourself proud. So do join this particular batch at the earliest. Admissions are closing today. That is 31st May 2025. So that's it from me, Saran ma'am. If you have any queries, any doubts, anything you want to ask, or any comments, any views on this particular issue, feel free to share it in the comment section along with the answer of those 4 MCQs. Take care, be blessed, tata, bye bye.